Hello, how's everybody doing? Welcome back. I bet you're wondering what I'm up to here. So let me show you my inspiration piece. So this was my trial piece. And what this one is I think this is a 12-inch round bamboo board, and I'm going to show you how I did this, and hopefully you can get the idea of what it looks like. So this one, this is 16 3/4 inches diameter, 3/4 of an inch thick. This is a piece of glue edge pine that I had in the garage, and I thought it was lovely, so I cut it out into a circle, and I eased my edges with the router and sanded it all up nice. It's got 2 coats of polyacrylic, and then this is actually a piece of very inexpensive contact paper that I got at the Dollar Tree and cut out into an open circle. I have, it is adhesive slightly, and it's very stretchy. So, and that's why I got that particular type, because I could smooth it down much easier than the stiffer type of contact paper. So, once I got this stuck down and smoothed out, I put a coat of matte gel around the edges to prevent the paint from bleeding underneath this piece, because we want the raw wood to show through once it's pulled up from the bloom. And I am going to bloom this. It's very large, so I'm not even going to try to blow it. I'm just going to use my new little Wazer blow dryer that I got from Amazon. This thing is quite nice. You do have to hold down the cool shot button when you use it, because it gets quite hot. I can't imagine that it was made for kids, but whatever. It does work extremely well. It's very powerful, yet doesn't blow the paint right off the piece that you're working on, which is awesome. So I am using my big spinner, and it's noisy, so keep that in mind. I have put silicone sticky pads underneath to keep this from slipping off. It's not perfect centered, but it's close enough, hopefully. Now I am running dangerously low on my PPG, and I have not had a chance to get to the Home Depot and get another couple gallons. So that is on my list for this weekend. Today is Friday. I believe it's the 2nd of February. So I'm just going to go over my colors really quick. So I am going to use my PPG just out of the can. Ooh, there's not a lot in there. I do have a little bit left in my tub, but it's getting pretty close. So if I screw this up, I'm kind of doomed. So what I have for colors, I'm using a lot of colors, a lot of different colors on this. And I may decide on the fly to omit a color or two or a pigment. So I'm just going to run through what I'm using for colors today, and then I will list them in the description. So this is Arteza Pearl Sage Green, to which I added a drizzle of my Amsterdam Yellow Green that I have mixed up, simply because it seemed terribly pale. And I did try it out, and I didn't care for how light it was. I want it to really show the green. Sorry, I have some fierce bubbles. I mixed this up 2 days ago, and it's still really bubbly. And this is the only paint so far that I've used that holds its bubbles. So I have that, and then I have just Amsterdam turquoise blue. And I just mixed this up and it's not bubbly. So whatever, Arteza. So this is one that I may or may not omit. This is the Amsterdam yellow green. Not sure, maybe just a tiny drizzle. But I'm putting TLP, this little piggy sea glass, on top of it. So I don't know if it'll just be too bright, but we'll see. And then I have Arteza Pearl Magenta. And this is the same thing. It's very bubbly. It's going to help that I'm using the blow dryer to blow it out, because that does pop a lot of bubbles. And on top of that, I'm going to use, of course, Ball Gown from TLP. Love, love, love that pigment. That's my favorite of the 7 that I purchased recently. This is my Artist Loft. No, this is actually Amsterdam. Phthalo green with a little oxide black to make it really rich and deep. And it does dry very dark. And then I'm going to give TLP Tail Feather another whirl. I'm putting it right on top underneath the cell activators this time. And I'm just going to say I just don't love this mixed up. And it doesn't dry like I had hoped. This is... I don't know how well you can see this, but this is a really beautiful, rich, deep teal in the container. And I know they mix up differently for the colors look different for different reasons. But this is very blue-gray, and I'm just not in love with it. I may or may not ever use this again after today. And I have Amsterdam Deep Gold Cell Activator mixed with Australian Floetrol. And I finally got it thin enough so that I think it's going to work better. I did put 4 drops of Golden's Quinacridone Nicolazzo Gold in this, just to boost that shine. And then I have Amsterdam Titanium White mixed with Australian Floetrol Cell Activator. So that's what I'm up to today. And I need fresh gloves because I tore my other ones when I took them off. I wear my gloves until they no longer serve the purpose. I hate throwing them away. And the dishwashing gloves are just too thick to work with. So I try to do what I can. So the idea is to get this bloom to stretch the entire width of this round board, flow gently over the sides, and then once it's dry, I have to score this in order to remove it, or it'll pull up the bloom as well. But then I'll be left with a raw wood, well, not raw, but a natural wood circle like I did with the other one. So let's see how it goes. All right, first things first, cut to the chase here. Let's see what we have, because this is going to take quite a bit. Oh, is that a hair? Oh my Lanta. They just never stop. No, it was not a hair, it was a clump. Try to keep my can closed up nice and tight. All right, so I'm going to start with that much, and there is a little left in there, and then of course I have my bucket like I showed you. So I want to get this kind of close to the inside edge of that contact paper circle. For once, one bubble in my base. Okay, so let's just get right to it. I want a lot of the Pearl Sage Green. Seriously, I'm having goop issues. And I don't even know why. Okay, so there's that. And then I love this color, but I'm not going to drown it. And you know what? I am going to go ahead and just do a teeny little bit of that. Very thin drizzle, not thick. And then this is sea glass. Can never have too much sea glass. This is one of the few that I had previously and just absolutely love it. So now my art has a pearl magenta. And again, not going bug nuts with that one. And ball gown. Do I want more? It can't hurt. I feel like I need a lot of paint, but I don't think I need as much paint as I'm using. Okay, and this is the deepest color. And this is going under the tail feathers, so I do want this to be strong, but I don't really know how much to use so that it doesn't take over. It doesn't usually, and it's always at or near the top. Okay, let's hope that's enough. And then TLP tail feather. That's enough of that. So I'll get my blow dryer ready. And I am going to double up the cell activator. So I'm going to put gold down first and white on top of it. Oh, it's still stringy. I don't know what it is about golds. My white is nice though. All right. Wish me luck. Here we go. That's good. That blow dryer is fantastic. If you're on the fence, that's the one to get. It really does work extremely well. And this bloom is, wow. It's pretty fabulous. Now I'm debating how much extra pillow I need. I don't want this to roll over itself at all. And it's pretty close in some areas. So, better to have too much than not enough. Just saying. This right here is the most in danger of rolling over itself. And this is why I run out of PPG all the time. I go through it very quickly. I do scrape and save, then thin and strain my paints that I clean up. But obviously they're not white anymore after that. So, and I wanted a white base, a white pillow for this bloom. All right, so now when I did the other one, even though it wasn't as large a bloom, I didn't wet my edges, so I had some areas where it got to the side and then rolled over itself. So we're not letting that happen today because I want full coverage except for the open circle that I pull up. Oh, you want to hear something really funny that just occurred to me? I forgot to tape the back of this. I was in such a pucker that the back didn't get taped. Okay, whatever. I can sand it. It's just wood. Okay. Wish me luck. Oh my goodness. I'm just shifting my paint to even it out because I know my spinner is not perfectly even, but I want my bloom to be. Oh, for real? We're having issues already. Just going to take my time with this. I'll speed through this part because there's nothing that we really need to go over. I've already said what I'm up to here, and I don't want to bore you with watching me try to spin this out evenly. So when you do this, you will be able to see the line from your contact paper or vinyl or whatever you use, especially after your paint dries. So you won't struggle to find it underneath the paint. It's there. Okay. I think that I've got it thin enough in the center now. It's not moving. So we're going in for a close-up, and then I will cut away the video and come back after it's dry. This will take several days to fully dry enough to pull the vinyl out, not vinyl, contact paper, which I will do on camera. So let's get in here for a close-up. Trying to keep it focused while I fly over and not get the shadow from the light into it. Sorry, I'm not focused. All right, let's see how she dries. It is time for the big reveal, and I'm gonna go through this and get you started with a few tips, and then I'm gonna speed through the video and show you what it looks like, and then I'll show you a video of what it looks like after I have the resin all on it. So first and foremost, you can see where I laid the contact paper ring, and you want to pick a spot to start and take a very sharp blade, preferably one of these easily maneuverable ones, and run along that tape line or contact paper line. Now the best thing to do, you do need to apply a fair amount of pressure, but you don't want to go through to the wood and the finish underneath. And the best thing to do is actually to place your knife point and turn your piece. So have it on your spinner and just travel around the ring. Do the inside, then the outside, or vice versa. And you need fairly good light to make sure that you're staying right on the line. Now this is not for the faint of heart. It's actually quite challenging to get a good finished looking line when you're done. It's not something you can just sort of speed through. So I'm going to finish my inside line and then just speed through the outside line. And I think I've gone over this. I'm just checking. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Any area that doesn't get quite a full cut through is going to catch and tear. Don't fret though. I will say that this is repairable because you are going to put 2 coats of resin over top of this. 1 coat is what I did on my other one, and it needs to be sanded and recoated because you can see the, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see that there is an edge here, and there's also a high spot that didn't get covered with resin, and I've got some little dust fish eyes in it, so that one will get a second coat while I'm doing the first coat of this one. Get that started again. There. Now I have got a bit of a sticky residue, and I'm going to clean that up with alcohol. Carefully, of course. Oh, look, and a dead bug that I just smashed into the wood. Live long and prosper, little buddy. You're gone. Get his little bits picked up. Anywho, so I'm going to clean this up with some alcohol. And we're going to get some resin on it. And this is how it turned out. It is resined. It does need another coat. I have a little bit of a lip here that needs to go away. But isn't she beautiful? Loads of sparkle from the pigments. And that is the big reveal. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you again next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.